Three, two, one, and yes, we are live
Greetings,
now.
my name is Jessica Lee, and I am the director of the International Youth Conference 7. And here I am in San Francisco. I am so delighted to see all of you during the conference, where we will be engaging and discussing many important topics, including the Sustainable Development Goals, such as SDG 13, Climate Action, SDG 3, Good Health and Well-being, and SDG 4, Quality Education. We are also engaging in fruitful discussions that focus on finding sustainable solutions to addressing some of the most challenging topics. I would like to give thanks to our venue partners for collaborating and working with us throughout all these months to set up the conference and to be able to provide a venue for our conference to take place. I would like to thank San Francisco Public Library, the Youth Community Service, and the UNA USA, the United Nations Association of the USA San Francisco chapter. Thank you so much. And here I would like to turn to our first opening ceremony speaker, Mr. Douglas Reagan.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm really honored to be here at the 7th edition of the International Youth Conference. We've been here for all 7 and been really excited and to thoroughly enjoy and really see the value in this conference. And it's bringing together people from all over the world. And one of the major focuses, which I've always, when I promote this conference and talk to people about it, always talking about inclusion, especially inclusion of those who are most marginalized and people from all parts of the world, not just those who can afford it, but people from the developing countries and such. And one of the things that's interesting about that is one of the main reasons that happens is due to technology. And that's one of the focuses, inclusion through technology and innovation that we're looking at. We need to use every possible method to be able to attain the SDGs. The Secretary General just came out yesterday stating that we have a very low completion rate, projected completion rate for the Sustainable Development Goals, I believe under 20%. So this is a crisis, and it's a crisis caused by crises. We had the pandemic. We now have some major conflicts and wars going on. We're kind of on our back feet or our back foot in terms of this, in terms of the achievement of the SDGs, which is good in one sense. What's good in one sense is that this upcoming General Assembly will be the SDG Summit. So there will be a focus and a refocus of how we can get back on track. What do governments need to do to allow the SDGs to be achieved? And I think this is where young people play a huge role in bringing in the technology part, because young people are often the early adopters of technology, but also the innovation part, because young people are often the innovators and those who are going out there and pushing the boundaries, pushing outside the box, really redefining the box of what can be done. And so that's where I think this is an amazing and well-placed conference in terms of just starting to make those discussions. And I really look forward to the outcomes and what's going to move forward into the SDG Summit. We've had lots of conversations. Obviously, the most recent or the ongoing one right now is the ECOSOC Youth Forum, where we were honored to have Ali Mustafa, who was a facilitator of, one of our SDG 11 panels. This is the panel that specifically focused on reporting to the President General Assembly, President of ECOSOC, about what young people are going to do around the issue of SDG 11. If you don't know, and I always get confused about which SDG is which, SDG 11 is on urban sustainability. And that's because I work with an agency called UN Habitat, which is focused on that. Apologies, I'm fully urban here until the ambulance passes. So there was an SDG 7 panel, which Ali sat on, as well as we had a ongoing at this time, as well as the Permanent Forum for Indigenous People, of which IYC was also represented. So really important times to be speaking up and speaking out and pushing forward. So for us as UN Habitat, just some really quick examples of some of the work we're doing around technology and the SDGs. We have a program called Youth 2030 Cities, different than Youth 2030, which is focused on how young people can achieve the SDGs through localization, and localization meaning working at the local level, working with local government. We've developed some digital platforms around there. We have a scorecard that we're putting together, and an SDG scorecard, which is an online app which allows young people to track their achievement of their SDGs, and specifically youth groups to track their achievement of SDGs and feed that into policy and programs at all levels. So we see other programs, many of them geospatially located. So geospatial data has actually become one of the critical ways that people can input into the SDGs, because it actually locates where your data is coming from, and allows you to verify it. It's a really amazing form of technology and such. And most of your apps, if you look on your iPhone, or if you have a smartphone of any type, are geolocated. So it's a really important area that UN Habitat, the UN system, is really moving into. We have a partnership with UNEP on the World Environmental Situation Room, which is again another form of live data, where we're reflecting what's happening on a real-time basis environmentally across the world. We're establishing those in Turkey and Spain. We also have another program called SDG Cities, which again is also utilizing technology and innovation to track the SDGs and empower and increase the capacity of both cities, but as well as civil society, and more specifically youth, to do so. So again, really exciting. I think this is a very topical conference, a very well-placed conference in terms of being strategically able to move forward. So I'm unfortunately not going to be able to attend the early part of the conference. I'll probably come on later on. But again, I wish you all the best of luck. Look forward to the outcomes, and and to listen to what everyone has to say. So thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Doug, for those really great words. They were inspiring, motivating. I really know the work that UN Habitat has been doing from the very beginning, and really the great role that UN Habitat has in the youth space. So I'm privileged really to find myself in the same spaces as UN Habitat, and really partnering with you to support young people, as we say we will do at the United Nations. So hi, everybody. I'm Hawa Diallo, or some people call me Hawa Taylor Kamara Diallo, or simply Auntie Hawa. Nice to see you. It's really great for me to be here as part of IYC 7, because this is a youth initiative, a youth innovative idea that means so much to me and is close to home. Hopefully I don't start to tear up, because I get very emotional when I see excellence in action and see it from young people, especially young people that I've come to know as leaders and as thought leaders and champions of issues that affect not only young people but all of us. So I want to congratulate, first of all, the organizers of the IYC 7. It's been a fantastic journey that we find ourselves in San Francisco, the place where the United Nations Charter was signed so many years ago. It really brings a lot of great things in my head in terms of how much has been accomplished by young people, and really how much potential you have to go even further. So congratulations, give yourself a hand. I want to thank, along as Jessica did, the co-organizer or partners who have allowed IYC 7 to have the venue. It's a fantastic space. It's a hybrid IYC 7, and it's great to really be in a local community where the IYC also, it's not just this forum that is online, which is fantastic. It's allowed us all these connections, but also where we can get to know the local communities where we are, because that's where the change is going to be done. A lot gets done in the conference rooms at the UN. A lot gets done on the global level, but the real work is going to be done by people like you, who live in communities, who are going to make that daily change to push the acceleration and the achievement of the Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development, including the 17 SDG goals. Now, a lot of us are here in New York for the ECOSOC Youth Forum, which is the premier platform for young people at the UN to really showcase the innovation and the ideas of young people. This year, they're focusing on the high-level political forum theme of sustainable development and accelerating recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as achievement of the Agenda 2030. It's been phenomenal. There's so many events, so many I don't know, active and really well put together young people that I've been coming across that are moderating, that are speaking, or that they're championing initiatives. So there again, I have to, bow down to the young people and to really praise the work that you're doing. Now, for the IYC7, I'm especially happy because I've seen the growth in the content. I've seen the growth in the organization of the event. I've seen the growth in the behind the scenes of the organizations of IYC. And then to really what you are seeing on the screen, it's really been a labor of love. And again, I'm sorry, I just have to really uplift and thank the people on the screen here. You're looking at Priyanka, at Shirabe, who are actually not in San Francisco, but they're very much there. And thanking Jessica and Ali, the co-founder, and really having that commitment, that determination. But most of all, for me, in doing the work, because you don't get an awesome platform like this just by snapping your fingers. There's a lot of hard work, late nights, just like you're doing a term paper for college, that goes into putting on the IYC. So congratulations. And I'm really impressed is not the word. It's just gratifying to see the growth that all the youth organizers and champions have had since IYC 1 way back 2019, 2020 to where we are now. And to get this attraction from local government, which I think, Doug, is so important. How are we as young people, and I say we because I think I'm young too, working with different stakeholders, but especially local government, that is so important in our daily lives. So thank you once again for this. I think it's important also, again, just to reiterate that linkages we need to have on the ground with communities and issues, but don't forget also to have those linkages with what's happening on the international platform. For example, here in the UN, Doug mentioned already the SDG 2023 summit in September, which is a midway progress. There's going to be the Future Summit coming up in 2024, but then you have the ministerial meeting that's happening this year in September. You have the World Social Development Summit in 2025. The Secretary General will have a Climate Ambition Summit again in September 2023. So let's not work in a vacuum. Let's be sure that whatever you are doing is feeding and into these processes, and we're making sure that the youth voice finds a prominent place, front and center, in these platforms. But beyond that, beyond your voice, the awesome work you are doing in terms of inclusion and in terms of development, again, sustainable development through the innovative ideas and projects that you have. I believe that you are at the kind of point to really push the achievement of the SDGs, and we need to go beyond talking. Talk is cheap, I always say. Go beyond the talk and really giving that space, that platform, that support, whatever it may be, within our own existing resources to make sure that the youth voice and the work of young people is seen, listened to, and also integrated into the work that we do. So I am looking forward to the fantastic events that I see today. I have my eye on the regional sessions to see what's happening in around the world on this topic. And just for the next couple of days, just really being amazed and really schooled in what IYC is accomplishing and will continue to accomplish. Again, congratulations. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be on the screen. Doug is not here now, so I can say with the powerful women who are behind IYC. Thank you so much. And over to Shirabe or to Priyanka. I think Shurabe, you might be muted.
Yes, I was muting. Sorry. So thank you very much, Hawa and Douglas, for those amazing words. And just to continue with our program and with this opening ceremony, as we will continue with some words from our founder Ali Mustafa, and yes, so that we can continue and proceed. Thank you.
Dear participants of the International Youth Conference 7, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to San Francisco for the 7th edition of the International Youth Conference. As the founder of this conference, I am honored to have the opportunity to bring together so many young people from around the world to discuss some of the most pressing global challenges of our time. This year's conference has a diverse range of themes and topics, including innovation, technology, sustainable development, climate change, youth engagement in politics, and diplomacy in the context of UN Sustainable Development Goals. I'm excited to see the dynamic discussions and innovative ideas that will emerge from our time together. I would like to express my deep appreciation to all of our partners who have made this conference possible. Your support and commitment to empowering young people and advancing sustainable development goal is truly inspiring. I would also like the opportunity to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the conference organizing team, especially Jessica Lee, Priyanka Chahal, Shurabi Marketo, and everyone else supporting in the team of social media, supporting in program planning, content, and all the volunteers. Your tireless efforts have ensured that this conference is a truly exceptional experience for all the participants. To all the participants, I encourage you to take full advantage of the unique opportunities presented by this conference. This is your chance to engage with like minded young leaders, share your perspectives, explore new ideas and solutions to complex challenges facing by our world. Together, we can make a positive difference and contribute to a more just, equitable, and sustainable future for all. I'm excited to see what we can achieve together and wish you all a productive and fulfilling 4 days of the International Youth Conference 7. Thank you.
So we thank a lot our founder Ali Mustafa for those words as well. And for now, as we are closing this opening ceremony, Priyanka, you can give your opening remarks as well.
Thank you, Sharabi. Thank you, Ali, and thanks to Hawa and Dick for their opening remarks. I really appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Priyanka. I'm one of the executive director of International Youth Conference. And good morning, afternoon, and evening, whatever your time and location is, right there at this moment. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the seventh edition of International Youth Conference. And this event marks an important opportunity for all of us to come together and to engage in these meaningful discussions about the issues that matter to most of us generation, right? And as the young people, we are the future leaders and change makers of this world, and it is up to us to shape the direction that society will take in years to challenge the status of quo in order to bring about the positive change. So, throughout this conference, we will have the chance to hear from some truly inspiring speakers and engaging with the sessions, different sessions. So let us make the most of these opportunities and stay tuned with us and let us learn from one another and let us leave here inspired and energized to go out into the world and make a positive impact. So that's all from my side, and thank you. And let's get started. We are so excited, and we are looking forward to have your comments and questions in different sessions. Thank you so much, and stay tuned with us.
Hi. So I would like to say some remarks as well. Just to finalize everything, I want to inspire everyone here to be really engaging in the panels, in the sessions with the speakers. Please learn a lot from them. Learn from your fellow participants. Everyone here watching us and listening to us are very important. I see you. We see you here. So please make a lot of noise. Raise your voices. This is the most important thing. We have this platform and we give you this platform for you so that you can not only share and learn, so that you can also reflect on everything, and so that you can also inspire and put your own inputs in other people as well. So I congratulate every single one of you, because by attending today to the panels, today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, everything for this IYC7 of such matters of importance, well, you are deciding to start doing something. You are starting to decide to be the true change that we need to see, that we need in the world right now, because this moment is crucial. It's crucial not only in our lives, in our communities, but globally. So take the speaker's speeches very seriously. Reflect on everything. Plan on what you will do tomorrow with the knowledge that you will acquire. Learn and keep on learning, as we will never stop. Um, Start and do not stop. We can't wait anymore, because if not us, then who? So take advantage of today and the whole conference at the fullest, fellow or future change makers and advocates. We expect really significant and extraordinary things from you. Thank you very much. So, Jessica, if you want to close this